What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes, the newest film from Junta Yamaguchi. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome, hit that like button, as well as commenting below any video that you watch, including this one. So Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes is this new Japanese sci-fi film that basically is a time travel film in a lot of aspects. It stars this character named Kato who owns a coffee shop, a cat cafe if you want to call it. He, at the end of the night, goes back up to his apartment, which is right above the cafe, and on the computer monitor of his computer in his apartment, he notices himself staring back at him from his cafe. Now, that wouldn't be as weird if we thought about it being a video, but this video feed is 2 minutes into the future. So therefore that time travel concept comes into effect. So he starts questioning what's going on, blah, blah, blah. He goes down the cafe and the same exact scenario plays out now that he's 2 minutes in the future. Well, this concept wouldn't be very exciting if it was just this back and forth. So not only do we have the, cafe person that works in the cafe coming into the mix, but we have a couple friends, we have a couple other people. And this story, which is a very simple story, turns into a very complex, very over the top, sometimes silly, sometimes dangerous story about what would happen if you had the ability to go 2 minutes into the future and how would you use that concept, whether good or bad, so on and so forth. So this is the first film that I watched from the Nightstream Film Festival. It's a film that I got to see early thanks to a screening through the press site, and it's a film that I didn't know anything about. All these films I'm going to talk about know nothing about. They're these horror films that are just trying to get some buzz underneath it. And this is a film that after watching it and after kind of taking in the concepts, is a type of concept that I truly like. If you've ever seen stuff like Time Crimes, this type of film deals with a very heady, very over the top, crazy sci-fi concept of how you control yourself and how you use yourself in the future. So therefore I'm watching this film and I'm just like, oh my god, this is such an interesting concept. I want to see how this plays out. And by the time I finished this film, by the time the story ended, this became one of my favorite films of the year. This film is amazing. It's very original. It's thought-provoking. It's crazy. It's over the top. It gets very, very silly. It gets very, very dangerous. And it's a film that I found just completely enthralling and engaging. And, even though it's an hour and 10 minutes, it's also a one-shot movie. So you're constantly in motion. You're watching these characters to, the concept would say you're in the apartment, and then the camera follows these guys as they go down to the cafe, and then we see how that plays out. We see the 2 minutes earlier, and it's just such a wonderful kind of idea that it just seems so kind of ridiculous in all its aspects, but it's utilized and executed in just amazing. Like I said, it's really complicated, really hard to do on one shot. I could tell there's probably some cuts in here so that they could fix some issues if they needed to, but the idea of being able to, for instance, be in the apartment, go downstairs to the cafe and see the exact same scenario play out, that is really complicated and really hard to do. And they must have had to film the thing. When they go down, they probably were like making sure it got done quickly, and then they replayed the scenario, and it's an amazing thing. It's one of the most original things I've ever seen, and I was like, oh my god, this is a great way to start out a film festival. And I highly recommend this to anybody that loves those really crazy time travel movies like Time Crimes or Primer or anything like that, because these films aren't done very often, and when they're done, they're usually pretty exciting to watch. So therefore I was just like really on board when I was watching this, and I found it just a completely exciting, completely original movie, and I highly recommend it whenever it arrives in the VOD in space and so on and so forth. I think this is a movie that over time is going to gain audience, is going to gain cult status, and is going to be one of those sci-fi original concept films that you're going to see in those top 10 lists when they come out. So with that said, I really enjoyed this movie. I think it's great. It's probably going to be either an honorable mention or in my top 10 of the year. And if you want a great sci-fi, really heady type movie with some really interesting concepts, some really cool payoffs, and then a great ending, I think this is just perfect for a movie for you. So that'll do it. That'll be my take on Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes. In the comments below, if you've seen this movie at Fantasia Fest or you've heard of this movie, are you either excited, or did you love this movie, or did you hate this movie, all that good stuff, so let me know. Otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome, hit that like button, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.